Live your passion. And today our passion is education in an income producing way. You guys ready? Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm Michelle Skoczek, and I'm happy to be here in the Silver Bullet. And I hope that through these weeks I think we're halfway through, you guys. Oh my goodness, we're just about halfway through, depending on how many weeks there are. Maybe there's 5 weeks in November. So, but we're about halfway through the Silver Bullet, and it's all about income producing activities, right? So let's talk today about education. So what is it? Why is it important? Just a brief recap of that. We always say that when we lose a member, when they go inactive, when they're not ordering, like they just don't understand. They haven't been educated, and the key then is to educate them. And that's because I know how much my oils, I know how much they work. I know how many ways to use them. I know I could use them endlessly all day long. Like yesterday, I'm carrying around my purse. It weighs a ton. Why? Because I have 1,000 oils in there, because I just don't want to be without any of them, and yet I still can't find peppermint. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, that's a personal issue. And so we know that education is the key to people purchasing more oils, okay? And income producing. That's income producing for you, okay? Now, what it isn't, education is, okay, let's talk about what it is first. Letting people know how to use their oils. Okay, that's stated simply. We'll talk about a little tips today about how to do that. But let me say first what is not income producing, what is not an income producing way to educate your team. And that is sitting in front of your computer and endlessly all night long searching for more ways to use oils and doing that never-ending, endless, I absolutely love kind of education of like self-educating. It's because it's so interesting, diving into the science of it. Oh my gosh, it's just so intriguing to me. Okay, that's not an IPA. I did that for like a year. Can I tell you what it got me? I didn't have a desk. And so I would sit there with my laptop like this. So guess what it got me? It got me a pinched nerve. Oh, it was the most painful months of my life. But I realized I would sit there literally till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I loved it so much. So how do you turn that kind of passion? I mean, I have enough passion. I probably don't need this. I have enough passion for it. But what do you do with that? You don't self-educate. You share that education, right? So that's what I've translated that into, probably almost to a fault. So I'll be sitting there anywhere, like anytime I'm learning something, like education is a mindset. If you're learning something, like I'm just eager to learn all the time unless I'm tired. And then I need a nitro and then I'm eager to learn again. But I love taking in all that information. But what you have to do then is you have to translate that into, okay, who can I share this with? And I mean not just oils, but really everything. You can see it on my Facebook page. I'm diving into this. I love listening to Jim Rohn. And every time I get a little nugget, I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet a lot of people could use that. And I mean, I love Facebook for that. So I love just sharing great, helpful things for other people. And so I'm not selfish about my education. I think it should be shared. And so, but education is really a mindset. My dad is 90 years old and he still seeks learning. That's another long story. I could talk about my dad for ages, but it's a thirst for knowledge, okay? And maybe you have that, maybe you don't. Maybe your members have it, maybe they don't. Okay, maybe you're really interested in educating yourself on those things that you really love and have the bandwidth for. And so sometimes it's about getting people's attention. with that. That's probably another thing, topic altogether. But the point really being, I love to give people little tidbits of tips and so forth, because I think that does get their attention in really helpful nugget size ways. So when's the last time you learned something? Probably today. Who taught it to you? Likely anybody. Okay? So the reason why I say that is because this is not a thing of it's a shared education kind of experience, which I love, love, love. So a lot of times we think, okay, that person's an RCD. I just want to hear everything they have to learn. That is totally true. However, I have to tell you something. At the beginning of October, I took some of my team leaders to Utah on a retreat.
It's 9:45.
Thank you. And they earned it, and we had a blast. But from the get-go, we had this shared education mentality of, while we're living life together for 3 or 4 days, why don't we just talk out loud about everything that we're doing? Because you can't assume that just because you do something in this oily world that somebody else, including your diamond leader, might know about or not know about, okay? So it was so much fun. I learned so many things from what other people are doing, you know, because I only have my own perception of the world, my own perspective. And so I love opening that up to all people. And so if you have a Facebook group, that's really good, because you want every level of person to contribute. Everybody has to have a feeling of contribution. And it cannot be a one-way communication. I'm your diamond leader, I'm your silver leader, so I will educate you. And I know, that's not how it goes. It's a two-way communication or education, really. It's group education. So I just thought, okay, so who is doing project broadcast? Okay, so I don't know if I'm not seeing comments yet. Although I hear it's just a Facebook glitch, and I'm swiping back and forth. Swipe left, swipe right. Christy said to swipe left and right and so forth, and I still don't see any comments. So I will comment with you guys later. But who's doing project broadcast? Before project broadcast, who is doing hit 'em up or sending single text to people? That is a fantastic thing. And it's not just to tell them about sales that are going on or anything like that. But I would offer your people, especially your personal enrolled people, I would offer them a one-way communication. Don't ask them to respond or anything like that. Offer them free tidbits of information. This is not a new idea, but I want to know who is doing this, because it is fantastic, okay? You could do it once a week. You could do it once every 2 weeks. You could do it once a month. Whatever works for you, whatever you have the bandwidth for. But then you might be thinking, well, what am I going to say? What can I say that they don't already know? Okay, first of all, don't assume that everybody knows what you know, okay? And different people could be at different stages. You could also always say, did you know that lemon is great for this? And ask, let me know if you have any, not any questions, but need other ideas, okay? If you already know that one, let me know if you need other ideas. There you go, an interaction with people, okay? They already know about that one, but how else could I use it? Or I heard it's good for this. The possibilities are endless. But let's do this. Okay, let me tell you, first of all, I want to put this into action here, right here. So like I said, at that leader retreat, I had other leaders telling me, and I say they're leaders, truly, but at this retreat, we had stars and senior stars and executives and 1 silver leader, and they all were blowing me away with the way that they were using oils. Maybe I've been living under a rock. Maybe not. Maybe it's just to point out the idea that we can all share things. So it was really funny because we're traveling around and everything. And so Julie, one of my executive leaders, said, "Oh, here's my mouth spray." I'm like, "What is this?" Because it was so good. She said, "Well, Nicole Perez told, it was in one of Nicole's videos, and you put the Thieves mouthwash and peppermint drops of peppermint in a little spray bottle and you spray in your mouth." I'm like, that is the best thing I've ever heard. It's like rocked my world. Okay, so I want to tell everybody about it, first of all. But seriously, I didn't hear it from Nicole. How many of you did not hear that from Nicole? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. The point is, we have to share that. Even if it's not your original idea, share it. You guys, you can't expect that everybody could see everybody else's videos. We're in this little oily world and we kind of think that everybody else is. It's just not true, okay? Especially for our members. So let's put this into action right here. There's 2,000 of us in this group, okay? So what is your tip of the day, right? So it's awesome if it doesn't matter what it is. It's awesome if it's a starter kit oil, but it's also awesome if it's not a starter kit oil, because you're helping people branch outside. So what if everybody put their tip of the day that could be texted out in the comments? You guys, if we had 1,000 different tips, oh my word, that could be 2 years worth of daily tips. No, my math is really bad. 3 years worth of daily tips. Or multiply that out. I'm not going to do math. I'm just not, okay? I love oils, not math, folks. But you could have an endless supply of tips to message out, to text out to other people, okay? So let's do that. So let's share our little tips to share with other people, okay? Education is a mindset. Get it for yourself, but don't spend too much time on that, because that alone is not income producing. And share it with your people, okay? And then the other thing is solicit it from your people, okay? So if you're in a Facebook group, having other people contribute, just like I'm asking you guys to contribute, your contribution is very helpful for other people, okay? And what a kick for you guys. You guys know you're totally contributing. Everybody wants to feel like they belong and they have something to contribute. And it's valuable. Believe me, it's valuable. Everybody does not know what you know. So please contribute. So do that in your groups. Do that here. Have a fantastic weekend and text somebody that you know and love your favorite oily tips. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you. Have a super, super blessed weekend in November, and you just take care, okay? Bye-bye.